Hello Aquarius and welcome to Coleman Tarot. My name is H.E. Coleman and this is going to be your reading for the month of August. Here we go. My throat is getting sore because I'm doing a lot of readings today, but I want to get these out to you by the first of the month so that you guys can have this on time. Okay, here we go, Aquarius. Here we go. Try to talk a little bit louder. No. It's not going to be any of these. Huh? Sorry, that's not any of them. That doesn't happen very often, but I didn't feel any of those. Okay, Aquarius. Let's try this again. I'm going to go like this time. Aquarius. Focus on you guys. That's going to be it. Yep, it's the first one. Aquarius. So first you have the Two of Cups in reverse. Then you have the Seven of Cups. Then you have the Knight of Wands. Then you have the Five of Wands. You have the Dark Lord. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the King of Cups as your obstacle. And your outcome is the Magician. Okay, good. I'm glad to see the Magician because the Magician can do anything. Okay. First of all, you have the Two of Cups in reverse, okay? This is the soulmate card. And when I see it in reverse like that, it might just be that you guys are having a problem. You might be having a problem in your relationship. It's not saying that it's a... Whenever I see this card on the table, when it's upside down, it doesn't mean the opposite, that it's just like, you know, the end of a soulmate or the end of a relationship or anything like that. It just means that the person that you care about, you guys still have a good connection, or that you could be meeting somebody with who you have a great connection. But it's just that there's a problem with it, okay? There's a problem with it. And it has to do with this, the Dark Lord, which is about, that's like the Devil card. That can be about flirting. That can be about feeling a little bit controlled. That can be about feeling like, you know, when people are nagging each other. Or it can be about jealousy and things like that. So you guys have a little bit of a, if you're in a relationship, you have a little bit of a problem with it this month, just because, I mean, the fact that this is still on the table means that you still have a great, respect and love for each other. But this is just saying that there's something that's coming between you, whether that's jealousy or whether that is, you know, feeling like sometimes in a relationship, you feel like that person is controlling you a little bit because you feel like, well, I want to do this and they want to do this and I'm compromising too much. Or I just, you know, want to be by myself a little bit, and things like that. So it's just little things getting in the way. Okay, so a little bit of a not seeing eye to eye with your partner. And if you don't have a partner, this is a good time to find a soulmate. But it's not going to be perfect. You might meet that person and feel like there's kind of a connection there, but I don't know if they're the one, or I don't know if I like that person, or you could even fight with somebody, and then later on, when things are better, when you don't have this hanging over your head, then you'll already be friends and you can get along better and things like that. Because this card is a lot about jealousy and things like that, and just little things like nagging and stuff like that. Sometimes you love somebody, but they nag you, or you nag them, and then you realize, you know, I'm not this person's mother, and they're not my father, or, you know, this person doesn't have, like, we're partners, you know? So then you just say, like, let's just, you know, realize that we're partners and stop nagging each other, or let's not be jealous of each other, things like that. Just realize that this is on the table, and realize that that is causing a little bit of a rift with your partner, and realize that it's not permanent, okay? Over here you have Seven of Cups, and this is about choices. Again, with the jealousy, it can be looking around and saying, well, am I right? Do I want to be with this person? Or do I have these other opportunities? Do I want to go with somebody else? And it can also be about other people, again, flirting with you or flirting with your partner. And then the jealousy rises up. Because this is about choices. There's a lot of other things in life that you could choose to do. Whether that is be in a relationship with this person, be with somebody else, choose to be single, or just choose, you know, it can have nothing to do with a relationship. Choose to go to this dating site, or choose to go to this place to meet people, or choose to not bother meeting somebody because you're busy doing something else, okay? It's about choices. What do you want to do? And this is the fact that this card is here. It's not the card that with the Two of Wands, we have to make a choice between two things. This is just saying there's a lot of different things out there right now that are distracting you and getting your attention and making you think, okay, what do I really want? All right. Here you have the Knight of Wands. And this is about somebody who has a lot of passion. They have a lot of passion, and they sweep somebody off their feet, and they say, you know, I really want to do this, and they convince other people to join them, whether that's a relationship or a career. I mean, you could have somebody sweep you off your feet, and then you say, oh my gosh, this is not the person I thought it was, or this is not the relationship I thought it was, because the person runs out of energy and they run out of interest and things like that. So with the Knight of Wands, this is really a lot about passion that burns really brightly, and you get really excited and you drag other people into it. Like if you suddenly start going to the gym and you say, this is great, and you start having all your friends come over, and then like a month from now you stop going because you're like, I don't care anymore. It's one of those like passion things that doesn't last forever. It's just like a really exciting time, but then it doesn't last forever. Now over here in the middle of your month, you have the Five of Wands. This is about a bunch of people working together to make magic. Now the Five of Wands traditionally is about people bickering, because everybody has their own opinion. But in this deck, it's 5 people that are working together to make something special, to make magic, okay? So that is, with this thing, with the 2 of you, it can also be about bringing other people in to make magic, like in saying, I don't want to go here with you this weekend because I think we should all go together. Like we should bring our friends. We should have like a big thing, or we got a big family thing, or maybe there's a family thing where one of you wants to go and the other one doesn't, okay? Okay, now over here we have the King of Pentacles. This is about somebody who is holding on to their money. This can be a family member who doesn't want to share their money. They don't want to buy this thing. And say, you go to your parents and you say, can you get me this thing? And they're like, no, I don't want to buy this for you if you're a teenager or whatever. The King of Pentacles is a really good money card for money coming to you, for you taking care of your finances, for you, if you do have investments, returns coming back in and getting more money, getting maybe a promotion and things like that. Because especially with the 7 of Cups there, you could be offered a new position and you say, do I want to take this? Or do I want to stay here? Do I want to go? Okay, this is a good money card to have. But in this deck, it's somebody who's really holding on to their money and they look kind of miserable. So this is also about, in this deck, for me, it's about people who are holding on to money and they're kind of like using it to manipulate. Okay, so this could be a family member or you saying, I will give you this money if you do this and this. You say to your kids, I will buy you this thing if you clean up your room, you know, like that kind of thing. All right, so we already talked about the Dark Lord. That's a lot about jealousy and control and feeling controlled. Okay, and the same thing with the money, feeling controlled, like somebody's got like you don't feel free to be yourself because you feel like people are making you obligated with money and or with relationships and stuff like that. Like this is the same thing I was saying before, where you want to go, one of you wants to go somewhere, the other one doesn't, and you pressure that person into going even though they're going to be miserable. Okay, now here is your obstacle. It is the King of Cups. The King of Cups is somebody who gives other people happiness and fulfillment. They see somebody and they say, hey, I want to help you. I want to be nice to you. I want to be romantic with you. I want to give you a cup of happiness. Okay. And here you have the 2 people with cups of happiness. So as an obstacle, what it's saying is that you need to be a little bit sweeter to people or someone's being not as sweet to you. So this could be about this guy not being as sweet to you as you would like, and you say, hey, why is he being like, you know, this person's in my family, why are they being a jerk? Or this is my boss, why is he being, you know, not being as loving? But for a lot of you, it's about you, and that's part of the relationship thing, is that you're not compromising as much as you could, or you're not being as loving as you could, or you're not paying attention as much as you should because you've got all these other distractions. Okay. So this is about you as an obstacle. This is about you and your emotions and your kindness, and not really sharing it as much as you could, or that if you do share it, that you'll be much more fulfilled. Okay. And I'm not saying anybody's a jerk or anything. I'm just saying look around you at your family and your partner and look for ways to give them extra sweetness or extra compliments or extra, you know, buy something nice for somebody in your family, or just look around, because it's a good month for you to focus on this as an obstacle and just say, where can I be more loving to somebody in my family or my friends, or be a better boss, or who around me is missing something, because that's your obstacle this month, is not really noticing that somebody needs attention. And for a lot of you, it's your partner. That could be a big reason why you're on the outs. And maybe you're not giving them enough attention and you're looking at other people, or maybe you're not giving somebody enough in your family enough money, or maybe you're not giving somebody in your family enough attention. Okay. For a lot of you, it's your partner. And if you don't have a partner, then this would be a good time to go out there and get a partner, because this is about you making somebody else happy. That's your obstacle. It's a good time for you to go out there and try to find a partner. And, don't be afraid to give your cup to somebody, to say to somebody like, I like you and I want to be nice to you and I want to take you out on a date and treat you. Okay? That's a good month for that. All right. The things that are hidden from you are the Queen of Pentacles. somebody else with money. Okay? Somebody else with money. And it's another person that could be giving you money. These guys are very, very similar. They're both just like hoarding the money. Okay? So it could be that you and your partner are both disagreeing about money, and you both want to do something generous for somebody, but you can't decide who to give it to. This is about two people that are holding on to their money that usually are very generous. This card is usually about somebody who's really generous and taking care of somebody. But in this deck, they look kind of miserable. Okay, so this could also be about bosses like withholding money, and you're saying, hey, or giving promotions with this card here too. Giving them promotions and saying, like, you've got the money and you're giving me a promotion, so I kind of have to put up with your crap. All right. The next one is the Page of Pentacles. Good news money-wise. You have 3 great money cards and you have opportunities. So this is going to go really well for you. 3 great money cards. Okay, those are the things that are hidden from you. All 3 of them are money. So you might not notice that money is coming for you. Oh wait, that one was one of your main cards. So you have 2 hidden from you. Here's the third one that's hidden from you. Transformation. This is usually the Death card. The Transformation card is a great card because it means spiritual growth. It means like becoming a better person. Okay, transforming. Okay, if you have a certain job, then you're gonna suddenly like just get a promotion or something, and then just have a whole new perspective on it. And if you say, oh, my boss is being this way, and then all of a sudden like you're the boss and you can see things from a different perspective. For most of you with the Death card, this is just about spiritual growth. It's just about again, with the being kind to somebody and seeing somebody in your family and helping them, and then suddenly feeling really good about yourself and saying, hey, I'm growing as a person because I'm paying more attention to people around me, or I'm growing as a person because I'm suddenly realizing that there's lots of different organizations I could be giving money to. With all 3 of these money cards, and good news money-wise, I think you're going to be getting some kind of bonus or some kind of money from somebody in the family. Some kind of money is coming towards you, and this is a good time for you to be generous and care for somebody else, because your obstacle is the King of Cups. Okay, and it's going to really transform you with the Death card. It's going to transform you and make you grow spiritually, make you like realize things and learn things that you didn't know before, and make you look at yourself in a different way. Okay, and say to yourself, hey, I've really grown. How every few years you look at yourself and say, hey, I've really come a long way, or whatever. That's what the Death card's about. It's about taking a giant leap forward spiritually. Okay, now this is going to be your spiritual card. Okay, and the Death card is never really a bad thing. It's more about growing in a relationship, in a job, and spiritually. Okay, you got 2 cards. You got the Owl, Wisdom. And this says deception and wisdom. Deception and wisdom. That has to do with the Devil card again, with this, somebody else deceiving you or you deceiving them. It's a lot of times if somebody's flirting or something like that, and you say, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like blow up and be really jealous. It's just like one of those things where you blow it up in your mind and you say, you make a big deal about it, and it's not really that big of a deal, and then you have a rift with your partner. Okay, so it says deception and wisdom. Now, over here you have communication. Communication. So if anything is coming between you and a family member, or you and your boss, or you and your partner, it's a great time for you guys to discuss it and figure out exactly how the person's feeling, so that you don't have this deception card. Okay, so you don't have that deception. It's more about wisdom rather than deception. And you've got like the Devil mixing things up, and that leads to misunderstandings. Okay, so try to communicate as much as you can if there's a misunderstanding, especially since you have this where people are working together really well. The communication will help with that. Your outcome is wonderful. The Magician, because the Magician is somebody who can handle any situation. With the Magician, it's almost like having a producer or an assistant. It's just like whenever something comes up, you just say, okay, I've got the solution. Magician is somebody who's really smart and really crafty, and they can come up with any solution. See how he has like the wand and the cup and the pentacles? He can do anything. So whenever there's a problem in the cup, any problem that comes up, the magician, boom, can find solutions. Okay? So, and the biggest solution you're going to have this month is communication and the kindness thing, the cup of kindness, because those are the things that are going to help you to grow. Those are the things that are going to be the most important, because you're going to be working with a lot of others. You're going to be working with people and making magic. So it's really important to communicate and to not let deception and jealousy and problems come between you. Just really talk about how you feel, okay? So that there's no misunderstandings. I forgot to give you your fate card. I gave you your spiritual cards. It was the owl and communication, which are really important. I just didn't give you your fate card. And you have to have a fate card because everybody else got one. Alrighty. What is the helpful fate card? The Maiden. It says a new relationship blossoms. Okay? A new relationship blossoms. So that's definitely could be something that could cause a rift in your relationship. But this can also be somebody else in your life who doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. But for those of you who don't have a soulmate yet, this is a great time to go out and look for someone. And for those of you who do have someone, this is not a great this is not a great month with the devil card on the table. It's not a great month for giving into temptation. But this is a great month for you to meet new people who can be friends, or if you don't have a relationship, who could be romantic partners for you. And also just new people in your life that are going to bring some excitement and some passion, because you do have this guy. Okay, so have a great month.